Um, Before we dive into the latest Star Wars revelation, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button if you're enjoying the content. As a lifelong Star Wars fan, the idea that Master Yoda never truly trusted Anakin Skywalker uh, feels like a punch to the gut. I remember the first time I watched The Phantom Menace and feeling for young Anakin as he stood before the council, sensing the doubt and suspicion in their eyes. A fresh Star Wars book verifies a long held suspicion by Anakin Skywalker. Master Yoda never fully trusted him. Uh, from the moment Anakin first appeared on Coruscant in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, he sensed and was treated as an outsider. The strained interactions during that initial meeting and throughout his relationship with the Jedi Masters significantly impacted Anakin's Star Wars story, particularly fueling his growing resentment towards the Jedi and eventual betrayal. This encounter was indeed a pivotal moment in Anakin's fall from grace. A freshly released Star Wars book titled The Star Wars Encyclopedia, A Complete Guide to the Star Wars Universe, clarifies that Anakin's understanding of events was not merely subjective. The book explains that Yoda voiced concerns that the boy was too risky for training, but later reconsiders after Qui-Gon's death. Regrettably, Anakin Skywalker experienced disquiet throughout much of his youth, and this unease played a significant role in his feelings of loneliness and rejection, ultimately leading him down path towards the dark side. It's like when you're trying to make a new friend, but they keep giving you the cold shoulder. It's not a great feeling. In the prequel trilogy, Yoda and the other members of the Jedi Council were determined to act in the best interests of the light side of the Force and the future of the Jedi, Saho, active. However, their interactions with Anakin during The Phantom Menace, Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, unwittingly paved the way for Anakin's descent into darkness. It's a bit like when you're trying to cook a perfect souffle, but you end up with a disaster. It's not exactly what you had in mind. A more reassuring and troubling aspect about Yoda's thoughts is the idea that, according to the Jedi Code, Yoda should not have felt uneasy, but he couldn't shake off this disquiet. This implies that this was against the Jedi teachings, yet it affected him deeply. Given how strongly the Star Wars universe emphasizes the Jedi's emotional control, this shows a weakness in Yoda during this situation, as his worries about Anakin clouded his judgment and may have influenced his interactions with him negatively. And the complex web of events leading to Anakin's transformation into Darth Vader, it's challenging to determine if a single factor could have prevented this outcome. However, there's a significant distinction between pondering whether Anakin would have remained a Jedi had Ahsoka stayed in the Order, and considering how the way Yoda and other Jedi treated Anakin might have influenced his fate. The manner in which the Jedi interacted with him was a persistent source of discomfort and melancholy for Anakin, dating back to his youth. It's easy to understand why feeling as though the Jedi didn't want him there and never trusted him made Anakin more susceptible to Palpatine's manipulations, particularly regarding the Jedi and their intentions. Second, indigenous changes and to residents has This doesn't excuse Anakin's behavior or imply that he doesn't bear an immense amount of responsibility for all he's done. He is responsible for how he responded to his environment in the Scholar, or even so, this new Star Wars book confirms that Master Yoda truly did remain cautious about Anakin Skywalker, which provides a bit more insight into why and how ultimately fell to the dark side. Uh, um, with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,